Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh, hey guys. So, welcome. Today is Friday, and so that means we have another lovely lesson to talk about. So, today we're going to talk about falsetto. So, today's lesson is entitled Singing Tips 17 Falsetto. So, howdy. This is Dave Trevor. Let's get started. So, falsetto is basically this. It's a range higher than a normal singing voice for the males with artificial notes. And what I mean by that is that it's very light, it's very airy, it's got this real unique type of sound to it, and only males have one. I'm not quite sure. I actually, I'll just be honest with you guys. I didn't do a whole lot of study as to figuring out as to why only males have one and females don't, but I know for a fact from my previous training that a lot of it just has to do with the composition. Girls kind of have this natural falsetto voice already, and because of that, it's not called falsetto. It's called something completely different. And since falsetto means a range higher than a normal singing voice with artificial notes found in males, there you go. It's obviously more tailored towards, or it is. It's not more tailored. It's tailored towards males. So there you guys go. Now, there's been many famous artists that have capitalized on their falsetto. The biggest one that I could think of in particular is the Bee Gees. The Bee Gees were back in the 70s, and they're notorious for lots of dance songs and lots of stuff that you probably heard, and I'll give you an example. So the big one that comes to mind is Staying Alive. It was the movie that made John Travolta back in the day, but it goes, ah, 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 staying alive, ah, 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 staying alive. That's all falsetto. Another song that he did back in the day was, You know we're dancing, yeah! That's all falsetto. It looks ridiculous. It probably might even sound ridiculous, but believe it or not, that's all falsetto. That guy who was the lead singer for the Bee Gees, may he rest in peace, he died a while ago, he really knew how to capitalize on his particular falsetto sound. Now, there's some other artists that have been very, very successful with it. Another big one that comes to mind is Michael Jackson. If you listen to Michael Jackson's music, you'll hear that kind of airy-fairy type sound in a lot of his songs. There was a song that he did on the CD prior to Thriller, and I think it was on that CD, but the song, You know, girl, that I'm the one. So that song is him using his falsetto. And falsetto is, again, something that guys have, and if you really know how to use it, you can really capitalize on it. The other big ones that I could think of off the top of my head were Justin Timberlake and Usher. Both those guys really know how to capitalize on their falsetto. Now, I can't sing Usher. I'm not going to kid myself. That guy's amazing. But Justin Timberlake, he did this song back in 2000, I think it was 2001, and it was entitled Cry Me a River. But, cry me a river, cry me a river. That's all falsetto. So there you guys have it. That is this artificial sound that only males can have, or that only males use. So there you have it. Now, how does falsetto differ from other ways of singing for males? Well, going back into it, just kind of top it off again, it's this light and artificial sound. It's almost ladylike, but it's not ladies, obviously, because only guys can do it. But I call it ladylike because, well, it sounds like a lady. And it's difficult to be really, really flashy with it because there's not a lot of notes. I'm not going to say, well, there's only so many notes that someone can sing, but you'll notice that with falsetto, when people are singing it, they tend to stay and fluctuate only between like several notes. Just check the guys out that I talked about, and you'll understand what I'm saying with that. Also, there is this YouTube video back in the day that got millions upon millions of hits, and it's kind of hysterical. But the reason I'm bringing it up is because you can kind of hear what a falsetto sounds like. I'll see if I can find the link and put it in the description box below. But this guy, he's on a talk show, and he's talking to the host, and he's got this voice that's really high-pitched and really falsetto, and the host cannot stop laughing. I think the matter of the show is supposed to be like serious, but this guy just cannot handle it, and he just cracks up, and it's really, really funny. So yeah, I'm going to see if I can't find the link to that particular video. I'll either get it in here right after I upload this, and if not, I'll make sure I get it sometime during the week. Okay, guys? Because it gives a really good example of falsetto, and that's why I'm bringing it up, because that is what falsetto sounds like. So I'll see if I can get that to you guys ASAP. Okay, cool. Also, if you guys have any other questions about this idea of falsetto, please leave me one in the comment section below. Cool? All right. Now, the cool thing about the falsetto is it's a shortcut to hitting the notes that you otherwise may not be able to sing, because some of those notes might be too high, and with a falsetto what you can do is you can kind of flip it into your falsetto sound and then be able to hit those higher notes. I guess I can give you a quick example. A quick example of that would be like this. So you might be like, let's see here. Boy, I'm at a loss for words here. I can't really think of any examples right now, but watch those other artists and check out those other artists and you'll understand what I'm talking about, okay? I know that's not the greatest answer, but there you have it. So, okay. Now, with practice, you can begin to achieve what is called a mixed voice sound as far as both males and females. Now, a mixed voice sound is where you're taking your head voice and you're mixing it with your falsetto. And I'm going to get into that more in the next lesson, because the next lesson I'm going to be working on is going to be about the mixed voice in particular. So, yeah, that's just all. There's not a lot towards falsetto, I guess, in that regard, because, like I said, the falsetto, it's not meant to be like this showy thing. It's just meant to well, it's really difficult to be quite flashy with it, just because it has such a limiting range. Now, the next part I wanted to describe was that falsetto is meant to show off high notes, but not necessarily for power, because the high notes, they're there, but you can't really blast them out, and you can't really... Sorry, let me turn the page so you're not hearing this. Okay. What I wanted to say was that the falsetto is used for hitting these high notes, but it's not used for power. It's not used to be a pushing type thing. Again, that is part of the mixed voice, and the mixed voice is, as such, something that needs to be addressed, because you're mixing the falsetto and you're mixing your head voice. So there we go. Again, we'll talk about that in the next lesson. If you guys have any other questions about it, leave me one in the comment section below. Okay? Awesome. All right. All performing singers should know how to access their falsetto, because what it does is it just adds another dimension to what your voice can do. Simple. And the last part is falsetto is not a very good way to show off styles, whereas the mixed voice definitely is. Because the falsetto is, like I said, it's limiting. You can't really do a whole lot with it. It always sounds kind of the same, whereas a mixed voice, you can take that particular style that you're shooting for, take the falsetto, the notes that you want to hit in falsetto-wise, and combine the two, and then you have it in the mixed voice for that particular style. I'm going to go into a lot more depth in it on the next lesson entitled Mixed Voice. Okay, cool. So that's about it for that. Now, I put up a moderator last week, and I wanted to say thanks a lot, you guys. This was kind of reconfirming what I had in mind for my next set of content as far as the videos go. And I think it's great, because I do want to start doing songwriting tips, and you guys have just totally confirmed it. I've got some other great suggestions. If you guys want, feel free to leave me a suggestion in that moderator above me. There are going to be, I think I'm going to leave it up for the next couple days, so you guys still have time. Go ahead, please leave me a vote, comment on something in particular. I really appreciate it, because it's all great feedback for me, and it just rocks that you guys are checking me out. So thanks again. Along with that, wow, I have over 500 subscribers now, and I'm just really, I'm stoked. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you so much for the comments. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much for the random, I don't know, it's like, some people that I've been reaching out for are not singers. Some of them are gamers, or some of them are some of them are makeup gurus, and they all like what I have to offer, and I just think that's great, because I really want to make myself, or make a name for myself here on YouTube, and this is just the beginning, guys. So thank you so much. 500 subscribers, or over 500 subscribers now. Thanks again. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. I hope, yeah, just thanks. I can only say it so many times, but thanks. Now, sadly, there's no question of the week this week, because my inbox is acting really goofy. Gotta love technology, right? What can you say? But I want to keep it going, because I really love the question of the week, and it's really good because lots of other people have the types of questions that I have been being asked. So I'm going to give one this time. So what you guys know now about falsetto who would you say is your favorite artist that uses their falsetto? Leave me the answer to that in the comment section below, because I'd love to hear your guys' answers. Maybe there's some artists that have falsetto that I don't know about yet, because I always love finding new music. I always like finding new musicians. So send me one. You know, like I said, you got Michael Jackson, you got Justin Timberlake, you have bands like 303, you have bands like Coldplay, you have bands like Dashboard Confessional, you have bands like I hope you guys are getting the idea. There's lots of bands that use their falsetto from lots of different genres. So leave me who your favorite artist that uses their falsetto right here in the comment section below. Cool? All right. So the next lesson, we're going to be talking all about the elusive mixed voice, because it is elusive. People don't know how, what the hell it is. They're like, what is it? I don't understand this. This doesn't make any sense. And there are other people talking about it in other lessons. And again, I've been doing more study, and people don't necessarily go into depth actually as to what it is. They say partially what it is, but not fully. So I want to do my best, and I want to try to answer that fully. So with that, I'm going to talk about how to get it, what it is, why it's hard to achieve, and much, much more. So again, thanks a lot, you guys, for checking me out. Go ahead and comment, thumbs up, and subscribe to this lovely, lovely channel. And you've got, if you can, go ahead and leave me a comment in the comment section below. And again, it's really tired. I had to change my battery in my camera, so I had to face some fun technology stuff. But anyways, that's all on falsetto, guys. That's all I have to offer. Again, go ahead and subscribe. You got the big yellow button at the top, big yellow button at the bottom, and I will talk to you guys later. Take care.